What is going on, Misfit Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. I am your host behind the mic, Matt the Misfit, and we are going to go over Stardom's Flashing Champions 2023, and I'm going to go over a little bit quickly, I don't know, talk about Night of Champions, because I did say I was going to talk about it during this review. Stardom is going to be the main topic of this whole entire episode. There are things on the show that I loved, and some odd booking decisions that I cannot wrap my head around, but I will talk about those. And booking decisions I was very fucking happy with on the Night of Champions show, that Triple H decided, probably listened to my show on Monday and said, oh, let's not piss him off this weekend. So who knows? But before we get into all those informations and stuff that I have to talk about, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, hit that like button as well, because that always helps. Get the video out there for the like buttons. Follow the social medias, Misfit Wrestling Pod on Instagram. There's that one. I should have went with Twitter first. I am going to Misfit Podcast TV. And the other audio outlets, Spotify, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Google Podcasts, also on youtube.com/Misfit Wrestling Podcast. So let's go over the Stardom show here. The Stardom show was actually very, very good. One of the matches that was supposed to take place was a triple threat match. It was supposed to be... Or not triple threat match. It was supposed to be a 6-woman tag match that was supposed to be Saida and Momo Makogo of Stars taking on Lady C and Miyu Amazaki from Queen's Quest. Unfortunately, I found out during the show while it was going on, because I missed parts of the match. I found out that this match was moved while it was on. I was trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, this is a triple threat match. What happened? So it turned into Momo Kogo versus Saida versus Lady C, and we found out that Miyu Amazaki got injured. I don't know how that happened, but she was unfortunately removed from the show, so it was just a triple threat match, and Momo Kogo ended up getting the win. Almost 4 minutes and 44 seconds. There was a quick, I guess, match because they didn't have much to come off of after learning of the I want to say injury. We don't know how much of that it is, but I finally did listen to Momo Kogo's English videos. I don't know if I talked about this on the SmackDown review or not, but she's very good in English. She's probably very fluent in English, and I would say, if they do more, English commentary shows with Chris Carlton and I apologize if I forget the guy's name. The guy who does who runs the Stardom English account on Twitter. If they want to, you can get Momo Kogo to come back. Or actually, eventually do her English commentary, because she's supposed to be on that. But yeah, next up we got Ram Kichao and Maika Ozaki. They defeated Shiri and Sakura Aya. Again, this was to, I guess, paint the picture here. Shiri on the pre-show is very weird to me. I'm not used to it, but she did carry most of the pandemic on her back with her and Utami. Because, through Julia's reign, believe it or not, Julia's reign did happen post-pandemic. Even though that she didn't get to didn't get to win the title in front of people who were allowed to clap or whatnot, but Shiri and Utami was able to carry the flag during the pandemic. So, but it's very weird to see Shiri on the pre-show. Match was fine. Nothing too big happened on there. Ramki Chow and Maika Ozaki got the win on. I got the pin on Sakura, and yeah, that match was all right. It was nothing different here. The show opened. The main card opened with a match that had some interesting implications going on through the show here, and it comes back to play later on in the show. Queen's Quest defeated Oedo Tai, which again I didn't predict that to happen, because Oedo Tai right now is not on the best of terms. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Utami and Saya Kamitani is not on the best of terms right now. There has been miscommunications, which happened in this match too. The match was doing fine. Starlight Kid is great as always. Utami is a phenomenal pro wrestler. Saya Kamitani, even though we shit on her for fun, she's a great wrestler. She just, cries a lot. And and Hina's there too. Rina's great. She just won the World of Stardom Championship, which is great to see. She is, for her age, is quickly coming into her own. I loved it. I love everything about it. She is one of those wrestlers that I believe joined Tokyo Cyber Squad when they were doing their annual draft when Hana was around, and they introduced the Tokyo Cyber Squad. And Hana picked her last because she just didn't feel Hana didn't want her being left out of being drafted. So and so that's the kind of person Hana was. But still, that's fine. The match was all right. This match was actually pretty good up until the spot where Saya Kamitani was supposed to be coming off the top rope with a missile drop kick onto, I want to say, Ruaka, but Ruaka ducked and hit Utami instead, but Saya was able to get the pinfall on Ruaka. I believe it was Ruaka, because I don't think she pinned Starlight Kid or Rina. And Utami was not very happy. Not about the win. She was. That's not what she was mad about. She was mad about the missile drop kick. And Utami sort of, I guess, had an issue with that whole thing earlier on. If I can find because he does the actual like English commentary for this. If not English commentary, somebody on Twitter does the English translations to some things here. So Utami in this video, in this backstage post-match thing, Utami says during the match, you should watch your opponent and do your moves. Saya said, honestly, I don't have the slightest idea what you're thinking. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Whatever that means, I don't know. But Queen's Quest, it's not the last time we saw Queen's Quest later, because we've seen them a little bit later on, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But yeah, Queen's Quest gets the win here. Surprise win for me, because I thought they were going to have Oedo Tai do an entire sweep here. Well, I mean, Oedo Tai did get a win, but that's not here. Stars defeated Club Venus, as they should. Hazuki is great. Hazuki comes out here. She's just great stuff. Masuda. It's a different company. different wrestler. Maya Uetani, Hanan, Koguma, and Hazuki defeated Club Venus's Mariah May, Azina, Jessie, and Waka, Missy Waka, Yamano. I am Waka. Yes. Anyway, this time Jessie takes the pin here by, I believe it was Hanan who got the pin. It was the Koguma. Hanan got the pin on Jessie to win the match here. 13 minutes. Fun little 8-woman tag match here. Nice to see Hazuki as always. I would gladly see Hazuki any time in the entire stratosphere here. Not Utami. I was just talking about Utami. Mayu Iwatani is great at what she does. One of the best wrestlers in the world. We did find out that they're doing like a stunt doubles for the Mayu Iwatani not autobiography, the movie that they're doing on her life. I believe they've cast her, and I made the joke that Maya would just probably do the stunt doubling herself because she doesn't give a shit about her neck. Yeah. Maika and her future unit in Suzuki and Mai Sourei defeated Neo Stardom Army, Good, and Hanako. And that's how it should have been. Maika looking great at what she's doing here. They did announce, we'll go through the participants for the 5-star Grand Prix. They did announce who's going to be a part of it. Some interesting omissions, actually, believe it or not. Not interesting omissions, but like, we'll talk about that in a second here, because this was I know it's after this match here, but Suzu Suzuki, I believe, gets the win here. Great match, great match. They pinned one of them. I believe Hanako is the one who took the pin from I believe it was Suzu Suzuki. But I'm digging what I'm seeing here, and I'm telling you right now, somewhere down the line, this is going to be this new unit that's probably going to be led by Maika, and I cannot wait to see that. Maika's Strong Girl is great stuff. Hopefully, Stardom signs Suzu to a full-time contract, because right now she's a freelancer. And I believe Mai Sourei is also, she's a freelancer too. So, there's that. High-speed championship match. This was a lot of fun here. Azumi went on to defend her, high-speed championship against Fukigen Death and Saki Kashima, from Oedo Tai. This match was fast-paced. It's what high-speed title matches are. A lot of roll-ups here, a lot of pinfalls attempts in this match here. One of the shorter matches it's the second shortest match in the night, but it was fun. And like I predicted in the so I predicted the winner wrong, but I predicted who was getting pinned in this match correctly. I said Fukigen is in this match to take the pinfall. That's exactly what she did. Kishi Kaise by Saki Kashima to win the high-speed championship, ending the incredible run of one high-speed genius, Azumi, who, in my opinion, looks to be going on up the ranks to either the Wonder or World of Stardom title. She absolutely fucking deserves to be up on that ranking now. She is one of the best wrestlers in the world, and she's only 20 years old. And she's gonna get even better. I mean, how can you get better than what she already is? It's mind-boggling, but it's gonna happen. Congratulations to that little evil demon of cuteness, or the little demon of evil cuteness herself. Shout out to Meerkat Ultra for that. That he probably lost his goddamn mind watching that. A long time coming for Saki Kashima, and I have what Rocio Gala had to say on Twitter, because Google translation is hard, but here is what she said. Saki Kashima wins a singles title for the first time. No matter how Saki wins, the crowd is happy when she wins. In a sense, the people's champ was born. That's what he said. And again, congratulations to Saki Kashima. Well deserved. Well deserved in my opinion. Next up, we had Goddess of Stardom Tag Team titles. This one was another surprise win here. my opinion here. New Era, Ami and Mirai defeated Natsuko, Tora, and Momo Watanabe. Here, I thought we were gonna have a title change here, because Mirai won the Cinderella tournament, and I don't think she needs to be a champion right now to have that. But Momo Watanabe looking great as always. The Black Peach just wants to. I've discovered what the name of her new style is, and like her style used to be like, you know, fast paced, you know, Queen's Quest style, which was, you know, basically what you see Io Shirai doing, and people now in Queen's Quest doing, like Azumi and Utami and those girls. Now her style is, I want to murder you. That is the style she goes by now, and it works out great. So the story of this match was Mirai was going. I believe, yes, it was Mirai having the leg worked on after Momo put her leg in between a one of the chairs that Oedo Tai comes out with. And she beat the shit out of her leg with a bat that was that she used. After all this shit kicking that they did to Mirai, sort of a roll up in a way. On Natsuko Tora, which, okay, thankfully it wasn't Momo that ate the pin rather. But again, it was a fine match. It wasn't bad or anything. It's just like, you could have done something with Momo. I mean, I hope they have something else planned for the Black Peach, because I don't know. I just don't know. Like, you know, I personally think she does deserve a little bit better. But that's just me. But that's not the interesting part of this entire match, because after the match, now I'll talk about the 5-star Grand Prix in a little bit here. I'm gonna find the what is it? I have to find this because so Queen's Quest comes out. Yes, Queen's Quest comes out, and I'm like, what is Queen's Quest? And it's not just like Utami or Sai or anything. It's all of Queen's Quest. They coming out here. I'm like, what's happening here? At first I thought they were like, are they going to go for the Goddess of Stardom tag titles? Nope. So there's a show coming up on the 8th. There's a show coming up on, I think it's called Midsummer Champions, I think. When is that? When is that show? That show is supposed to be I'm not actually sure when that show's supposed to be taking place. Anyways, so we found out that it's going to be I'm gonna say I don't even remember what the fuck it was about. Oh, so it's going to be a steel cage match. It's going to be all of Queen's Quest versus all of Oedo Tai. And I don't know how I feel about this, because I know how this is going to end. We've seen this song and dance before. Every time Oedo Tai is challenged by Queen's Quest in some type of match. They lost Fukigen Death to Oedo Tai, Momo Watanabe to Oedo Tai, and I believe and Starlight Kid to Oedo. Oh no, they didn't lose Starlight Kid. They lost. Stars lost Starlight Kid to Oedo Tai. No, wait, hold on a second. No, hold up a second. Hang on. I need to give me a second here. No, they just lost they only lost Momo Watanabe to Oedo Tai. Okay, so let me phrase that. backtrack my statement here. Every time a faction warfare happens to be the Oedo Tai, they challenge them to something. They end up losing the opposite team in the opposite unit ends up losing a member to Oedo Tai. Stars lost Starlight Kid to Oedo Tai when I believe it was the loser of the match has to join the winning team's unit or whatever. Same thing. I think Fukigen Death was on Stars, I want to say, as well. I think so. I think she was a part of that group. Hang on a second. Let me look. She was. Yes. Okay. All right. So I was correct on that statement there. And like I mentioned, Queen's Quest lost Momo Watanabe to Oedo Tai. The only difference with that one is Momo voluntarily left Oedo Tai, or not Oedo Tai. She voluntarily left Queen's Quest to join Oedo Tai. Now, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm starting to think that I think Saya Kamitani is going to turn on Queen's Quest and join Oedo Tai. I cannot say, as much as I would love to see what a Utami Hayashishita Oedo Tai would look like, or as a member of Oedo Tai would look like, because that would be, oh my god. But it feels like this is going to be Saya Kamitani just joining the group. And if I'm being honest here, I think Queen's Quest may be better off without her in the group. I just don't think they need her at this point in time. I feel like because without her being around, I think they would do better. First they were talking about. I first heard the word Konami. I'm like, oh, well, hold on. Why are they talking about Konami? Konami is part of a different fucking faction. She's part of God's Eye. And I didn't know what the fuck was happening there. Apparently, that's not what was happening there. They weren't talking about her, but yeah, it's gonna be a steel cage match. Queen's Quest, Oedo Tai. I don't actually know. I can't remember when that's supposed to take place. I will probably put the date of that match in the description. So yeah, I think that match should have War Games rules. Or something like Lethal Lockdown rules, but in the War Games fashion, even though it's going to be one ring. Because I believe, to my knowledge, Stardom has not done a War Games match. They've done a steel cage match before, but I don't think they've done a War Games type match yet. I think it'd be very interesting if they did that. Next up, my favorite match of the entire night. A 6-woman tag match for the Artist of Stardom tag team titles. Natsupoi, Kairi, and Saori Anou they defended their titles against Julia Thekla and Mai Sakurai of Donna Del Mondo. And Donna Del Mondo came out here. Julia sporting a brand new look. Dear Lord, Julia. That's all I'm going to say. Julia is her. Who is a superstar, by the way. Just thought I would throw that out there. I will defend it anytime. I'll go on not my Julia rant. I'll go on my Julia appreciation, and it's just a little bit here. But this match was great. I enjoyed this match a hell of a lot more than I enjoyed the main event. Fast-paced action, great stuff. The moment Julia and Kairi got into the ring, the crowd ate it up, and they beat the ever-living shit out of each other, and it was great. There was a part in the match where Kairi did her spinning back fist that she does, but like she put some oomph onto that fucking spinning back fist and just knocked the shit out of Julia. It was great. I cannot wait for a singles match between these two, because those two are gonna fucking tear it up just based on the the 10, 15 minutes that we got, the 5 minutes that we got of those two in the match. Because I thought it was pretty funny too, because when they were beating the shit out of each other, the other four were like, yeah, I'm just gonna let these two kill each other. It was great. What wasn't great was the finish. I would have given this a 5-star match. However, they lost the titles immediately after just winning them. Not even what was it? Not even a full month. Not even a full month. Like, they won the titles at the beginning of the year. Like, they had that incredible fucking show that they had. Or no, it was actually it was like a month ago when they won those titles, right? At All-Star Grand Prix, and they had that incredible fucking show that they put on, and then they lose the titles here. I didn't agree with that at all. I think Julia is the one who got the win on Natsupoi, I want to say. Julia and Saori was a great little encounter too. I want to see some of that in the future. But like I love the match itself, but the finish, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about the finish. The finish kind of, I don't know. The finish kind of ruined. I don't know. It didn't ruin the match for me, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. So that's why I'm going to give that match a 4.5 star match, 4.5 rating on there. 4 out of 5 maybe. I would have given this match a 5 out of 5 had they. I don't know. To me, if you're not gonna have Kairi commit to a long run as champion, don't put the title on her or any of the titles on her. I understand. Listen, her winning the IWGP Women's title, being the first champion, made all of the sense in the world because she's a recognizable name outside of Japan, and people who watch the WWE know of her. And it made sense because a lot of people who don't watch Stardom know of Kairi and know of her run in WWE and NXT, and it just made a lot of sense here. But like I said, great match, phenomenal match. I just wish they had a different finish here. But yeah, that's me. Main event. Another. Before we go into the main event here, Stars comes out. And I believe it's going to be Hazuki, Mayu Iwatani, and maybe Kokoguma? Or Koguma, sorry. Challenging the new Artist of Stardom Tag Team Champion, the Trios Champions. I'm like, okay, fine. Though I'm kind of upset that we're not going to get any type of rematch between Mayu and Kairi, or Hazuki and Kairi, which seemed like a lot of fucking fun here. But it's interesting. Though I do think it's kind of funny that in this match though that Natsupoi was a member of Donna Del Mondo at one point before joining Cosmic Angels, which I thought was pretty funny. Main event here. Tam Nakano defeated Mina Shirakawa to retain the World of Stardom Championship and win the Wonder of Stardom title. 17 minutes, 43 seconds. This match was, the match was great. I enjoyed this match. Just the problem I had with this is not the match itself. Like the actual physical in-ring action. I didn't have a problem with that. My problem lies with the fucking booking and the finish of the match. The idea that this needed to be a winner-take-all match. This did not need to be a winner-take-all match, especially after Mina only had one title defense with the title a couple weeks ago. Or it was a couple weeks ago, at the beginning of the month. She just defended the title against Natsupoi in the main event of the Fukuoka Goddess Legends show back on May 4th. Why the fuck did you just decide to take the title off her now? This is what I had. This is the issue I had with Mina winning the title, because I knew they were going to do that, and I love Mina, but I just don't. This kind of irked me quite a lot here, and again, you didn't need to do the time limit draw is what should have went. They should have been the time limit draw. Mina should be still the champion. You can have her lengthy run with the championship. They did this entire storyline with Mina having her jaw shattered, and then they delayed her winning the title a little bit longer, and then she won the title. All right, and now she's already lost the championship. So to me, this whole thing that they just did, to me, makes ending Saya Kamitani's 400 and something day. What was it? 400 and what now? Didn't she break the record? No, she didn't break the record. She hasn't. No, she hasn't broke the record. What am I talking about? Her reign, which was 480 days as champion, they had it end just like that. Like, it kind of wasted the title win from Mina Shirakawa, and now it means nothing. And I mean, Stardom says they're not gonna fucking unify the titles, but I don't fucking believe Bushiroad, because Bushiroad said they wouldn't unify the IWGP World and Intercontinental titles, and they fucking did. And everybody hated it. And people still hate it. People still want the Intercontinental title back. But I don't know. I just it kind of did tick me off a little bit here. But I don't know what's gonna happen here with this here. Mai Sakurai comes out at the end of the match here, and she I believe she challenged I believe she came out here and challenged for the title here. If I can find it here. Yeah, she came out here, issues of talent for the Wonder of Stardom title after the match. Thankfully, she didn't fucking challenge for both titles, because that would have kind of pissed me off a little bit more. But I don't know. I just don't know how I felt. I was kind of bombarded here. Overall, the match was fine. Overall, the match was great. Match of the night for me on the show was the Artist of Stardom title, putting aside the finish of that match. I don't have an issue with DDM winning the trios titles. If I was booking the show, I would have waited. I would have given Prominence another shot at the titles, and then have DDM challenge them at the next show. But it's whatever. Let's go over the participants in the 5-star Grand Prix that was announced. So here are the names announced. We have 2 mystery slots open, I guess. Well, we have 2 mystery slots, so X and X. We have Miu. I said Miu Masha again. I mean, imagine if she was at the start. Well, actually, I don't trust Rossi Ogawa with her at all. Mai Utami Hasaki, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, Saya Kamitani, Natsuko Tora, Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, Julia, Maika, who is my pick to win, and she's probably going to win the whole thing, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Shiri, Mirai, Ami Sourei, Mina Shirakawa, which is fucking ironic given that she just lost the fucking Wonder of Stardom title. Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, Saori Anou and Suzuki. There's another page here. This will be Saori Anou's first appearance in the 5-star Grand Prix. My prediction is one of the X's is going to be Kairi. Kairi again says she wants to do more dates for Stardom, but she says it's not up to her. I think she should be in it. Mainly because I want to see Julia and her just beat the shit out of each other for like 15 minutes in the 5-star. That'd be great. But yeah, my pick to win the 5-star is still going to be Maika. That's not changing. I can see Hatsuki winning it. I can absolutely see Azumi winning it after losing the high speed championship. But what I think is going to happen, Azumi's going to pin Nakano in one of these matches. If they're in the same bracket, if they're in the same block, and usually what happens if you're in the same block and you pin one of the champions, you can get a few title matches down the line at one of the future shows. I can see Azumi pinning Tam Nakano in one of the if they're in the same block, and I can see her challenging for either title. Same thing with Hatsuki. All these people in here, I can totally see them challenging Tam Nakano if they end up beating her in whatever block they're in, if they're in the same block with her. But 5-star Grand Prix, 20 wrestlers will participate. Like I said, we only know of 18. Like I said, 2 are mystery spots. Those spots will be contested at the Bell Soleil Showdome show on June 18th. June 18th, I think, is going to be not New Blood. I'm gonna assume that's the Midsummer show. We'll find out. We'll find out which one that is, but we'll find out about that. Let's do some other promos here, don't we? So here's what Tam Nakano had to say post match here, backstage and thing here. She said, I became the second white red belt double champion in history after Mayu Iwatani. Thank you. Mina Shirakawa, goodbye. There's nothing more painful than taking something so precious from you that you care. Let me rephrase that. There's nothing more painful than taking something precious from someone you care about. But this is what separates us. Mina, you should stop following in the footsteps of Tam Nakano. Mina Shirakawa made it this far with the determination to quit Cosmic Angels. You wear the white belt and become strong. So live the Mina Shirakawa way. Nakano continues here. She says, and it will be Mina Shirakawa who crawls up from hell again. I'll be waiting. The next challenger has been decided. White belt, 2-time consecutive Cinderella winner, Mirai. Mirai has won the Cinderella twice in a row, but has not produced the best results ever. Oh, bam! Damn! Just buried her immediately. Tam is such a fucking weasel sometimes. I love it. A rare wrestler in history, like a really strange one, but this is Tam, and I can continue on going on about her match with upcoming battle with Mirai. But she's beaten Julia and Mayu Iwatani. A really strange one. She says she only wants the white belt because she's young. Okay. But life is over in a flash, and it's so fatal for a pro wrestler to have no desire. Look at Mina Shirakawa. She's just fucking digging a hole there. She's a walking desire. Well, whatever. I'll remind you the fear and strength of Tam Nakano. So that was what Tam had to say about her win over Mina Shirakawa, and the thing with here Mina Shirakawa didn't say a whole lot here. She said, "I can't beat Tam Nakano." This was after the match here. I couldn't beat her today either. I can only feel sorry. I want to show the fans Club Venus. I want to show everyone that there is hope. I want to show everyone. I want to show that if they work hard to crawl to the top, they make it. They can make it big and stand at the top. I didn't think I'd lose. I had planned a challenge for the IWGP title. I have not wrestled in a New Japan ring. That is a lie. That is a lie, Mina Shirakawa. Do not lie to me on that at all. You didn't wrestle in a New Japan ring. You wrestled in New York. You and Ruaka fucking went over there. Don't lie here. I was going to wrestle there. I am real sorry. She's lying through her fucking teeth on that one. Yeah, that was the Stardom show here. Because a fine show. I enjoyed the show. Some of the decisions were very baffling. Like the main event, they have to not do the draw. Restart losing the tag titles or the trios titles so soon after winning them. Queen Swiss getting a win over Oedo Tai, which I sort of not that surprised that much anymore because they're forever rivals. Same thing with Azumi and Starlight Kid. I'm not that surprised. I'm not even mad that Saki Kashima won the title. I've been pulling for her to win something as well, and I'm also happy for Azumi because now she can move up into the ranks after her legendary run as the champion. It's always great to see Hazuki get a win and do some stuff here. Maika, just his new attitude of hers is great, and I just cannot wait to see her. Like but speaking of that match, when she came out here, when her group came out here, she was presented as if she was the leader of this entire thing. I loved it. It was great. Well, let's go through one more backstage interview here. We're going to go to Saki Kashima because I mentioned her here. Here's what Saki Kashima had to say about winning her first singles title. She's only won. Let's look at her championship record here real quick. Outside of the high speed title, which again she's doing some good stuff here. She's only won the Artist of Stardom Champion 5 times. She won it with Yazuko Kawa and Natsuko. I'm going to pronounce this name here. She's also won it with B. Priestley and Natsuko Tora, Mayu Iwatani, and Tam Nakano when she was a part of Stars or Colors. It's either Colors or Stars. I don't know. I may have changed the name at one point. And most recently with Oedo Tai's Momo Watanabe and Starlight Kid. She's also a former Goddess of Stardom champion with Mayu Iwatani, and now she's the current high-speed champion. Here's what she had to say following her her victory. She says, "Finally, a singles belt. No, I know what you want to say. You want to say this isn't the kind of match to cry about, right?" She was crying, which it's real. It's real tears here. Hopefully, I know. She says, "Saki doesn't have a moving story like the red and white belts. I've always been called tiny wrestler, and I'm told to wrestle properly by people around me. I know it more than anyone, but I am so happy that I could cry that I, Saki Kashima, won a match by my own wrestling." She says, she continues, "And at the same time, I want to defend this belt for a long, long time. That's why I don't really want someone to see who seems fast or powerful to challenge me. And I wish they would postpone the time limit to 1 or 2 minutes. Of course you would. On the contrary, I would like to see more and more challenges from clumsy people. I love her. So I love her enthusiastic and weak newcomers who have just debuted. So she wants. I love it. She wants to be. She wants to Orange Cassidy and just be lazy. I love it. Oh, I love Saki Kashima so much. That's hilarious. That's fucking funny as shit. That's funny. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about Stardom. Now let's go quickly over Night of Champions that happened earlier this afternoon. A show that did piss me off in the way of booking decisions here. Seth Rollins won the World Heavyweight Championship. No surprise here. In a banger match with Seth Rollins, with AJ Styles. He would probably have a banger match with himself too. Seth Rollins, your new World Heavyweight Champion. It is confirmed by WWE that this title will not follow the same lineage as the old big gold belt. It's brand new. And it's gonna be its own lineage here. So this is very, very interesting, and I'm very happy that they are having a new champion's going to be there every week on Raw. Trish Stratus defeated Becky Lynch via help with Zoe Stark. That was a very interesting. I called Trish winning, but I didn't know how they were going to do it. Yeah, the match was all right. It's just not the same Trish of old. Her singles matches when she came back have not been very. Her Charlotte match was not very good in my opinion. This was all right. This is going to prolong because I don't think Trish is going to be here every week. I don't think Trish is going to be at Money in the Bank. So this is going to prolong that for SummerSlam because this is going to go on to SummerSlam. Becky and Trish at Night of Champions. What the fuck is that show? Detroit. SummerSlam. That was the one. Gunther defeated Mustafa Ali in a match I thought was going to be a straight up murder. It was not. Mustafa Ali actually had a great showing here. It was a fine little match. Gunther retained in the end. Nothing big here. Asuka defeated Bianca Belair. Thank God. Oh my God. I'm so glad this boring reign is over with. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Bianca Belair. I don't. I thought her reign as Raw Women's Champion outside of her match with Becky is probably one of the most boring matches. One of the most boring reigns. If you take Becky Lynch out of the equation of her entire run, and that match with Asuka at WrestleMania, is it that memorable? Not really. People only care about this. They say it's memorable because of the whole thing with Becky Lynch. Without Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair is run as women's champion. It's kind of meaningless. Asuka's the new women's champion. Thank God. I love how the finish went. She sprayed the mist into her on the fingers, taped up fingers, a la the Great Muta, and while the referee didn't see it, she just rubbed the mist into the eyes of Bianca Belair. Referee didn't see it. Kick to the back of the head. 1, 2, 3. Asuka's the Raw Women's Champion, and now Hunter. I hope because you may have been listening to my show on Monday because you booked what I wanted to happen on this show, and you did it perfectly. The match to do at SummerSlam is not Charlotte versus Bianca for the title. Do not even think about taking the title off of Asuka to put it just back on Bianca. That match can happen without the title. The match to do is Asuka versus Io Sky for the championship at SummerSlam. And then this is where I'm okay with Asuka being a transitional champion because gotta put the title on Io. I'm sorry. It's time to pull the trigger on her as the champion too. So that's what I would do here. SummerSlam, Io Sky, Asuka. That's what you should do here. Rhea just killed Natalya in 69 seconds. Yep. On Natalya's birthday. They flew her out to Saudi Arabia to have her lose on her birthday in 69 seconds. That is hilarious. But there was nothing much to say about it. The match rang, the bell rang, and the match was over. Brock Lesnar defeated Cody Rhodes. Technical submission here with the Kimura lock. Your standard Brock Lesnar match. Nothing too else to say about that. They're doing this match again at SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes is probably going to be Money in the Bank, and Lesnar is probably going to screw it over. That's how it's going to work here. Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defeated the Bloodline with the help of the Usos, technically. The Usos, near the match, super kicked. With the Solo Sikoa, and then Jimmy kicked Roman, and kicked him again, and then Solo gets the haluva kick, and KO and Sammy. Finally, I'm hoping to God this is the end of Sami Zayn and the Usos and all that shit. WrestleMania was a month ago. Let's move past it now. Now it's time to plant the seeds for the implosion of the bloodline. The end goal here now is not to do Jay versus Roman. The end goal is the Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa. And I think it's going to be that at the Money in the Bank show. Because after this, Roman Reigns is going to have a different opponent for SummerSlam. Whoever that is, I don't know. It's probably going to be AJ Styles, which I'm okay with, I guess. I'm fine with that. But that was how that show ended. I'm not going over NXT. I have already done my predictions for Double or Nothing, which happens tomorrow. I will be back here for a Double or Nothing review. But that's basically it. That's all I have to talk about here. Flashing Champions, like I said, I enjoyed the show. Like I said, bizarre decisions from Rossio Ogawa. Excellent. My matches of today. Obviously, the Artist of Stardom Championship match. Restart and Donna Del Mondo. That shit was phenomenal stuff outside the finish. And AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins was a fucking certified classic. And the main event, actually, the main event was pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I enjoyed the main event. Just don't think you should have been on as the main event. I think the world title should have been on last, but that's neither here or there. But I want you to tell me what you guys think of Stardom's Flashing Champions. Did you watch the Flashing Champions show? And if you did, comment down below. Also, tell me what you thought of Sands of Time. If you watched the Sands of Time pay-per-view, it's not called Sands of Time, but it's funny, so who gives a fuck? If you watched it, let me know down in the comment section below. And remember, all the details for where all this other podcast is going to be at, Stitchers on that, all that's going to be in the description down below. I will try to find the date of that steel cage match between Queen's Quest and Oedo Tai. I think they said June 18th. I'm not sure. I have to go look that up. But I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. I will see you guys back here tomorrow night for AEW Double or Nothing. Hopefully Tony Khan doesn't tear my hair out completely. I don't trust him at all. I hope to God the Anarchy in the Rina match closes the show. But until then, I've been Matt the Misfit. This has been the Misfit Wrestling Podcast. I will see you guys later. We're out.